Okay, we're going to tackle Moby Dick, so to speak. We're going to go after the great white whale. We're going to take care of this 3x3 system, and it's going to be multi-stepped, unfortunately, but it's not terrible. It makes sense. What we end up doing is, what we have right now is 3 equations and 3 unknowns, right? Like you just see A, B, and C, or X, Y, Z. And then what we're going to do is make a move to where we get it down to 2 equations and 2 unknowns. Okay, that's going to be the elimination method. We're going to have to do it twice, I think, unless we're lucky. And then finally, we do one more move to get it into 1 equation and 1 unknown. Okay, with that, of course, that means we can actually solve. So we can solve at this point for one of the variables, and then we back substitute in and solve for another variable, and do it one more time, substitution, and solve, and that way we find all 3 answers. Sorry, that was off the screen there like that. Okay, so that's what I'm talking, that's really the strategy. And the way we do it is I tell you, we take these equations and we eliminate the variables. So I number this 1, 2, and 3, because it gets kind of woodsy here. We got to make sure we can drop breadcrumbs and come back to where we started. And we just start eliminating a variable. So it really becomes, the very first move is I choose which variable to eliminate twice. I can get rid of the A twice, I can get rid of the B twice, or I decide to get rid of the C twice. Okay, it's up to us. Gee, none of them are really leaping out at me that well. Let's just go with A. All right, let's just go with A. So we've decided, let's tell this to the world. I choose, that's you, choose to eliminate the X's once and for all. We're going to get rid of these things. That's your choice. Now, your neighbor might be going, I'm going for the B's. And another person is saying, I'm going for the C's. Let them do what they're doing. We're going to proceed with eliminating the A's, okay? So what we'll do is we'll bring down maybe, you see, I'm playing off of this A is just a 1A. He's easy to manipulate to make him look like the negative of the other 2. Like, I'll show you. So here's 1 is 3A, and I'll write it down. Another thing that they taught me, this particular part of math, is patience. I'm going to rewrite number 2 now. Whatever, what? What do you want? Why'd you choose 1 and 2? Good question. I saw the A. Here's the thing. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I saw this A right there, and I go, I can multiply him by -3. I can multiply him by -2. 1 move instead of 2. It's kind of an easy path. So I'm going to use this A right there and take care of biz. And here's how we'll do it. So I'm going to choose to, you know what? I'm going to hit him with a -3 all the way across. And that's going to make the A's disappear like in the previous section. All right, so let's do an end run and rewrite. So we have this. And sometimes I watch a video, Manny's taking a long time. It took me a long time. I feel better now. The teacher's taking a long time. And we're going to get a -3A. And look, we got a -3. Careful, careful. -3 times a -2 is a +6B. And we have a -3 times 2 is a -6C. And then we have a -3 times 2 again is a -6. Guess what? We can add. We can eliminate. We're going to do it right now. We did it so that the A's would disappear, just like that. Now carefully add. Looks like we have a 6 minus 3 is 3B. We have a -6 and 4 minus 2C. And over here is equals to 7. And I'll call that equation A. Okay, just give it a name. All right, now we're going to pull down 2 more equations and do the same thing. I'm going to have to eliminate A again because I want to get it down to 2 equations and only 2 unknowns. If I get rid of a different letter, that doesn't help me. Doesn't help the cause. So what we're going to do is, I think, bring down 2 and 3 this time. Let's rewrite them. Careful. And sometimes you get tempted, like, oh, look at the 2 B's and stuff. I know. What we're going to do is we're going to use that A again to get rid of that single A, to get rid of the 2A below it. We're going to make these guys cancel. And the way you do it is, how about a -2? Just like we did with the -3. -2, -2, -2, -2. You got to get them all right. Okay, we're going to shuttle down here again, and we're going to rewrite it. It looks like the top is going to be -2A. -2 times -2 is +4B. -2 times 2 is -4C. And -2 times 2 is -4. Downstairs, we'll leave this guy alone. Rewrite him, 2A. And we add again. Get out the green marker. The A's disappear again, don't they? Okay, now be careful. 4 minus 2 is 2B. -4C minus, that's a -5C, isn't it? And on this side is a -1, and this is equation, I'll call it B. And let's gather those two together, A and B together. Because where we're at right now is right here. We are at 2 equations and 2 unknowns. And so we're going to write these guys down. Okay, you don't have to do the labeling of the equations if you don't want to. I just started doing that as a teacher long ago. Okay. Sometimes you get into a thing and you go, maybe if I got rid of the C's, it'd be easier. This one right here is it's a 2 by 2. We know how to get rid of a variable here. And now you have a choice. You have a choice again. So you just go, well, I choose to eliminate the, pick it. What do you want to eliminate? Okay, B's. I don't know why. ABC, right? Let's do it. Okay, so to eliminate the B's, we're going to turn one into 6 and the other into -6. I usually take care of the negative right away so I don't forget. So how about I go -2 times this guy. And for the other, we'll go 3 times this guy. Okay? And we get -6B over +6B. A lot of people still ask, why are you doing it that? How come? Those are great math questions. Why'd you do that? Sometimes people go, you always do it that way, right? I go, no, All right, so let's write what we have. The top one becomes -6B -2 times -2 is +4C equals -2 times -7 is +14, if I'm not mistaken. Downstairs, 3 times 2 is 6B. And now we have 3 times -5 is -15C. And then 3 times -1 is -3. And we add. Now, it doesn't always go nice. You make a single mistake, and it's like, what? I got some crazy thing. It happens to me too. Happens to me too. So when we add, we hope for the best, right? So now we're going to add. These guys cancel. Looks like we have a -11C is equal to 11. I feel pretty good about that. We've got it down to 1 equation and 1 unknown now. Now we're here, okay? So I know it takes a while, but now we can easily, I mean easily, solve for C. Looks like C ends up being -1. If you're keeping track, keeping score, remember the answer is an ordered triple ABC. We found C. C's the last one. I'll put them right there for safekeeping. That's part of our answer. Okay. Long video because these problems take a while. But we're almost done. As soon as you find that first guy, most of the work is done. Now what you do is you pick on one of these A or B equations that only has 2 variables and substitute in for it. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say I pick the top one, A, and it says 3B minus 2C is minus 7. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute C is negative 1 in for C right there. And I can solve for B. All right, let's do that thing. All right, so we get 3B. Yeah, that's right. That is the substitution move, just like before. 3B minus 2 times negative 1 is minus 7. So 3B, let's see, minus 2 times minus 1 is plus 2. And over here, what we've got is a negative 7. Keep going. Subtract the 2. Careful, careful. Don't get crazy at the end. We have 3B is negative 9. Divide by 3. Oh, hallelujah. I love it when this happens. B is negative 3. We found that guy. Found C. We found B. B is the second. It goes A, B, C, let's assume. And so we'll go minus 3. Yes, almost there. So the last move, pick one of the equations way somewhere far at the beginning to find A. I see this A that we were picking on. I'm going to pick on them again. So it's A minus 2, minus 2, and 2. Okay. We're going to pick on equation 2. A minus 2B plus 2C equals 2. And now look, we've got C is negative 1. We'll plug that in. And we've got B is negative 3. And we plug that guy in and we got A. A minus 2 times B is minus 3. Plus 2 times C is minus 1 is 2. I know it's a mess. We get A. Minus 2 times minus 3 is plus 6. And then minus 2 is 2. So A, I'm just taking my time. This is a victory lap right there. Right here, we got plus 4 is 2. And we subtract the 4. And guess what? A looks like it is negative 2. Whoo! That's it, man. It's a big problem for us. That's the solution. Negative 2, A is negative 2, B is negative 3, and C is negative 1. Time to end this video. My goodness, enjoy doing those problems. Be patient with them. All right, we'll see you at the next one.